everyone. We're back and so excited for our next guest, Nick, who's going to talk about food with everyone. You may have noticed a little wardrobe change. It's really hot out here, so I had to put my hair up. Welcome, Nick. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You can't tell we're related. This is my brother. So, Nick, give us a little background about why you're here and why you're going to talk about food.
Okay, so obviously I'm Nick Johnson. I'm Chloe's younger brother. I'm starting a restaurant with my father, a Jamaican takeout restaurant in Westchester, Pennsylvania. So that's why I'm here. Food is something that's really big in my life. You know, I can't really tell, but I eat a lot, and I really enjoy eating. It's been a big part of my life, so I love trying new things, being adventurous, you know, so I'm really excited to be here and talk about food with you.
Great. So to add to that, yes, he eats a lot, and yes, it drives me crazy because he's a beanpole. But when he was little, I would say maybe 5 years old, we would eat dinner, and then he'd ask for more food and more food and more food, and it got to the point where my mom just said, "I can't make you food anymore. I don't have time to do this." So he started making his own. Yes, at 5 years old. So he's a perfect candidate to talk about food and start his restaurant. So Nick, what are your favorite spots to eat locally?
Favorite spot to eat locally is probably the Reading Terminal Market. Can't really go wrong there just because there's a bunch of different variety of food. You know, any type of food you want from around the world, you can really find. So I love going there, and the two spots that I tend to go to is Carmen's to get a cheesesteak or to Nick's to get the roast pork sandwich.
Great answer. Can't go wrong with Reading Terminal Market. What are the new spots you're excited to try or that you've already tried?
Okay, well, first and foremost, Miss Winnie's in Westchester, Pennsylvania.
Gotta plug that.
Yeah, really excited for that. And then Southgate in Fishtown.
Okay.
It's a cool, like, Korean fusion kind of brunch place that just opened up and kind of taken the place by storm.
Awesome. And then what's your favorite summer food and where would your recommendation be to go? I know you can't eat ice cream, but when you could eat ice cream, what was your favorite spot?
Handles right here in Berwyn. It was a great place. I would always get their cookie dough ice cream. You know, when I ate ice cream, I would kill a pint of that, no problem. So Handles ice cream and smoothies from Oasis Juice Bar. You know, it's a nice refreshing way to start the day. You know, you can get either a savory one that has like peanut butter in it, or you can get a nice fruity one that, you know, kind of cools you off in this heat. You know, I could go for one right now. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever.
Yeah. I think he's hinting to us. So, what's your favorite thing to do for date night revolving around food?
Well, first and foremost, eat a lot.
Yeah.
But no, I like to take whoever my date is to a unique place that they can't really find anywhere else, and it's unique to the city that we're in. So since we're talking about Philadelphia, Philadelphia's become very crowded with BYOBs and some chefs coming in that are pretty well known, like Morimoto. That's a great restaurant. And then also a restaurant called Vernick. You know, that's a great restaurant where it's hard to get a reservation, but the food there is just phenomenal and out of this world. It's something that you would not expect to be in Philadelphia. So it's something that I like to kind of show the true colors of Philadelphia, because a lot of people overlook Philadelphia and think that Philadelphia is just a violent city and that there's not really much to the city, but there's really a lot to it, and food is one of the things that is the lifeblood of Philadelphia.
What type of food does Vernick have?
It's a fusion, you know, like their menu changes, and I think it's kind of seasonal.
Okay.
But the last time I was there, I had food like sea urchin. I had, yeah, it was actually really good. You know, if you think about what the ocean would taste like, the most fresh, amazing taste, that's what sea urchin tastes like. And then also they had other types of fish. I had a pork dish when I was there. And it's all done very well, and where I was sitting you could actually see the kitchen.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so you could see them moving around, and it's a really cool process to see, especially since I'm opening up a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's at a different scale, because ours is going to be takeout. That's more of a sit-down 5-star restaurant.
Right.
But it's still really cool to see how they operate, and it's almost like a well-oiled machine. It's like they weren't bumping into each other. Everybody had their own stations. It was moving.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Awesome. So right now, what would your favorite type of food be? And it doesn't have to be local to Philly.
I would have to say Jamaican. You know, our roots. Favorite dish is probably Dad's ackee and saltfish. Which
maybe explain to them.
For the people that don't know what ackee and saltfish is, ackee is actually a fruit that if you pick it the wrong way can actually be poisonous, but we thankfully have it picked the safe right way. And it kind of looks like eggs, but it doesn't taste like it. So that's like kind of made into a little bit of a stew, sautéed with onions, some peppers, and then saltfish, which is cod that's been salted and preserved and then rehydrated and then thrown in there. And then that's served with flour dumplings that are boiled and boiled bananas and boiled yams. So that's a traditional Jamaican dish that I love to eat, and I would say I'm slightly addicted to it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with him. He's addicted.
Yeah.
So what would the weirdest thing you've ever eaten be?
Probably would have to be when we were in China a few months ago. I had jellyfish, believe it or not. It was very, very interesting. The texture, it wasn't. I wouldn't recommend it. Let's just put it that way. But that was probably the weirdest thing by far that I've had.
Okay. What's the best thing you've ever eaten?
That's $1 million question. I would have to say, since right now I'm on a steak tear, so the best thing that I've had recently was
Obviously, keeping the Jamaican food and Dad's cooking aside.
yes. Besides that, is probably a steak that I actually made for myself with the seasonings. You know, it's kind of a secret, so I don't want to give too much away, but I'll let you know that it involves honey, salt, pepper, and then I can't tell you the rest, or I'll have to kill you.
Okay, so
I'm just kidding, by the way.
well, that wraps everything up. Thank you for being here, and
Thanks for having me.
feel free to check out all the restaurants that Nick mentioned and Miss Winnie's in Westchester, which is opening in September. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.